Hey yo, what up gang? I'm Luke, and this is my $40 Kmart coffee table. She's a beauty, isn't she? No, not really. But this dirty girl is going to get the glow up of her life. Or that's the plan at least. Ugh. So here's the situation. We just purchased our first apartment in Australia, which is a great success. However, my wife was disappointed that we couldn't afford to upgrade to the luxury collection. The luxury collection included fancier bathroom finishings, a bar and wine fridge area, and a fake fireplace. While all of this did look very nice, it also cost an extra 436,000 Australian dollars. And I'll be honest, I can't afford that. So naturally, I'm going to try and create the luxury collection myself. First up, the fireplace. And as we're moving, we need new furniture anyway, because our kids have almost destroyed everything we own. This table owes us nothing. My wife has been sending me coffee table and furniture ideas for months. And then one night, I woke up with an idea. What if we don't buy a new one? What if I put fire in the one that we already have? And if it's terrible, my wife wants to buy a new one anyway. This is good, repurposing what we already have, saving money and putting an end to fast consumables. I only have access to the limited tools that I have, which might be a problem. I have done a risk assessment, you would be proud. Number 1, don't burn the house down. Number 2, don't die. Simple as that. I'm not a carpenter or a sparky. I've certainly handled my fair share of wood, but electricity scares me. I don't know anything about it. So what are my options? How do I put fire in here? Option 1, candles. While this looks cool, with kids running around, it's probably not a great option. Oh! Ow! No, not taking this approach. Oh, hot wax. Big Daddy bang bang. Option 2, I could always mount my phone in there. It does look cool, however, very impractical. Option 3, flamethrower candle hybrid.
Luke, what the fuck?
Nope, no, definitely not. Option 4, I've been on Amazon and I found these LED flame bulbs. Now, the reviews were pretty poor for both of these bulbs, so I don't know how they'll go, but we'll give them a crack. How hard can wiring be? So we have a problem. I've just been around our house to try and test these in a light fitting, but they aren't bayonet, I think the term is. So I believe they're called Edison. So not sure if this is going to work, but I guess we're just going to have to give it a go. I've just gotten back from Bunnings. So I've bought 4 Edison fittings and some TPS cable. So now I've got to try and work out how to put it all together. Better get changed first. At least look the part. I've just been having a look at the fittings. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but there is a green, I don't know if you can see it. There's a green hole with an E and the other one has an L and the other 2 aren't marked. So I'm going to go give it a Google and try and figure out how to do this. I've Googled it and I think I figured it out. ChatGPT told me where the wires need to go. And worst case scenario, my youngest brother is a sparky, so I can always call on him. All right. Oh. My wife would be fuming if she saw me standing on our dining room table. So I reckon I want to offset each of these light battens so you can see them from both sides. So I got them offset and staggered, so it should look like that. So now all I should do is just cut a piece of wire to feed from this batten to this one, and so on and so forth, and then have a bit hanging out the other side. Awesome, it's all wired together. I don't have a source of power yet, so I'm not sure if it's correct, but I guess we'll wait and see. Where am I going to get a power cord? This is my wife's old steam mop. It's been sitting in our laundry for years. I don't remember the last time it was used, but it has a power cord, so let's take it off. Should at least see if the wiring's working. What's the worst that can happen? Babe, is our health insurance up to date?
Yes, of course. Why?
Don't worry, all good. There we go, moment of truth. It worked. I'm surprised as well. Got to take it apart now and figure out how I'm going to mount it. Just like that, voila. Now that the top's off, I've got a drill. Ski-yee, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, your boy went drill. No, drill some holes to feed the cables through. I'm not 100% sure where the holes are going to go, so I'm going to drill 3 holes to give me 3 options later. As this is just cheap particle board, I'm going to need to prime it first. So take it to the garage, get some primer down. Before priming, we have to tape up the legs. She's all taped up. That took way longer than what I expected. Word to the wise, don't buy cheap masking tape. That was terrible. I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. I'm going to wipe it down with some degreaser after years of kids' food and fingerprints. I need the primer to stick to the laminate surface, so I'm going to give it a quick scuff with 180 grit. All finished sanding, I'm going to wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. She's all wiped down, going to hit her with some shellac sealer and primer. Probably user error, but something went wrong with the primer that I bought. I'm gonna have to sand it back and do it again. Ugh.
This was so frustrating. I think the nozzle got clogged. Anywho, the boys and I headed off to Bunnings. And here we go. Prime again.
What a gang, it's painting time.
I'm finally done for painting, for now at least. I'm sure I will scuff it up, so I'll probably have to do another coat. The humidity in Sydney is crazy at the moment, so the paint took ages to dry, but we got the table, we got the paint done, we do have our fire source, and we do have a power source. Now, I feel like an idiot because we do now have a snag. I'm talking about an issue, not the sausage. The lights don't fit. Absolutely spewing, not sure what to do. I'm going to have to think this through. We were on such a good run. I'll get back to you. All right, I reckon I got a solution. Oh, wrong page. All right, so here we got the table. We're going to need to have the bulb on an angle, so I need to get a wedge. I reckon if I can cut off this red part here, it should give me a nice base to build a ramp off. I found a spare block of wood, and the idea once we've cut the base is to be able to make a wedge. So if we use the level to act as the tabletop just to get our height, oh, like what I did there, Might as well subscribe while you're here. You can call me Dom if you want to be my sub. Anywho, so that's going to be our tabletop height. So we're going to have that mounted there. We just need to create a wedge that follows that rough profile to get that curve. I've measured it out. It's time to cut. I was just thinking, is hacking into one of these going to be an electrical hazard? Does it break some type of electrical code? I don't know. First wedge done. I think this is going to work. Now, I just need to cut 3 more. The wedges are all cut. My wife would be spewing if she could see the state of our carpet right now. Better clean it up before she gets home. Great, now I just have to take apart the rest of these lights, mount the wedges, and we should be good to go. Sweet, so they're all mounted to the wedges. In regards to placement, I think that I am going to stagger them like this. So you should be able to see the imitation flames from both sides. Now, I just got to try and wire it all together. To be fully transparent, I have been faffing around with this wiring for the last 5 hours, in between putting my kids to bed and feeding them and picking them up. But I finally figured it out. It's 9:30. I don't know if you better see, but she's dark. So I've rewired this 5 times. Googled it, watched lots of videos, and I couldn't work out why the lights aren't turning on. But I've figured it out now. See, these 2 are working, but these 2 aren't. Let me unplug it to make it safe. Now, there's a collar on these light fittings, and from how I've mounted it with a screw into the timber, it's not going to work. So I just need to snip this collar off. But now that I've figured it out, finally get off the couch and move. So we should be all good to give it a test now. Ignore the rough test connection. I do not think this is work health and safety approved, but they're not touching. And now, the moment of truth. Better cut the lights. Woohoo, power's all working. Now I better mount the bulbs and hope the lid fits this time. So the plan is to temporarily mount these. Drill a couple of pilot holes and then mount these just with a single screw, just to make sure the placement's right and that it looks good with the top on, and then we can adjust and further secure it. Great success, sorted out the power issue and our clearance issue. Good morning, it's the next day. All right, so I figured out a way to keep little hands out of the bulbs, to keep it electrically safe, and a way to diffuse the light. So this is a clear sheet of PVC and I picked it up from Bunnings. So I'm gonna strip it down, cut it down to some lengths, and then figure out a way to frost it and give it some patina so you can't see the bulbs. Essentially just to defuse the light and keep my kids out of it. So I'm going to need 2 sheets, one for either side. So the width is going to be 202 mils and the length is going to be 1002 mils. So I'm going to draw it out, head outside, cut it up. We've got a problem, my table is too short and flimsy, so I'm going to have to take this inside and cut it on our dining room table. My wife's not going to be impressed. Well, that made a hell of a mess. A table saw would have been a lot easier. Maybe I should buy one next. Great. So I have these strips cut down to size, so it's going to look nice, but they're a bit too transparent. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to spray a thin layer of black across the top and then some frosted glass spray below. So I've brought some Duramax frosted glass effect spray. I think it's used for privacy screens or something. Anti-cuck spray if you don't want anyone to watch. And for the black, I've got some Metal Shield epoxy enamel. It's for metal. I use it to paint my motorbike, but it's what I have left over in black. Let's spray. While that paint's drying, I'm going to hypothetically bring an electrician around and he's going to test all my wiring and connect it all up using connectors, not electrical tape. You're going to have to take my word for it. Voila, not bad. And there she is. Time for a final paint. Fingers crossed this is the last time. My family just got home. Time to unveil this masterpiece. Look what Daddy's made for everyone. What do you think, Reg?
Coffee table. And instead he turned it into a fireplace. Hey, Charlie?
You guys think it's cool?
Very cool.
I didn't even go.
Is it hot?
Daddy,
Yeah.
how did you light it?
Magic.
Oh, look at this.
Hot. Careful. I think we need some marshmallows.
Yeah, I'll get my first.
And that's it. That's all she wrote. There she is. Is she perfect? No. Did I learn a lot? Yeah. Did I enjoy the process? Absolutely. Is it coming to our new house? I hope so. My wife's heavily pregnant at the moment, so she's not too sure on it, but I'm wrapped. Anyway, thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.